Welcome back. Today we're talking about reason number 10 why you should be a guest on a podcast if you're a real estate investor, and that is to leave a legacy. So what does leaving a legacy have to do with podcasting? Well, this is a great way for you to remind yourself down the road what you've been up to, for you to leave a legacy for other real estate investors to gain from your experience, for you to leave a legacy for your friends and your family members. Should something happen to you, they've got something to refer back to. And number 4, it's just a great way to give back to the community. So let's talk about that. All right, so one of the best things about being interviewed on a podcast is this is a great way to leave a legacy. And I'm not talking about a financial legacy, I'm talking about a personal legacy for other people. And not just other people, but for yourself, something to look back at a few years down the road to see what your journey's been like. So, for example, I've been interviewed on a ton of different podcasts. It's kind of fun from time to time to go back and see what I was talking about 3 or 4 years ago and compare that to where we're at today. All right, so it's a great way for you to document what you've been up to, what you're up to, so to re-inspire yourself. If you're feeling a little bit down sometime, go back, review one of your past interviews, and it'll give you a little bit of a pick you up because chances are you were feeling pretty good, you're doing well at the time that you were interviewed. So it's a legacy for yourself. But more importantly, it's a legacy for others. So one of the beautiful things about doing a podcast is it's usually not just audio, quite often it's video as well, and other people can be really inspired by your story. Even if you're just getting started with real estate investing, you might share a nugget, you might share an inspiration, you might share your why that really sparks somebody else to take that first step or that next step. That's one of the beautiful things about being a guest on a podcast. Not just all of the benefits it brings for you, which are many, but all of the benefits it shares with other people as well. And leaving a legacy and helping other people to learn from your experiences, to help other people to avoid the mistakes you've made in the past, to help other people to stop procrastinating and suffering from analysis paralysis and get out and do it. That is a huge legacy that you can leave. But it's not just for strangers. You can also leave a great legacy for your friends and your family members. So that's one of the other things I love about podcasting is the legacy you can leave for your family. And this kind of hits home for me because I remember years ago, my father didn't do a real estate podcast. He wasn't a real estate investor, but he did do this kind of interview thing. He wasn't an expert particularly in something like that, but somebody did an interview with him a few years before he died, and I hadn't seen that video until after he passed away. And now that is something that I truly treasure. It's something that I can refer to when I miss my dad on Father's Day. I can watch that video of him and seeing him and hearing him and watching the gestures and the jokes that he tells and all that, it just brings things right back to me. And the same thing can be true for you. Now, we're not all going to live forever. How cool would it be if your family, if your children, if your friends, once you're no longer around, can watch a video of you or listen to you on a podcast and reconnect with you? Not just from the legacy of what you're going to educate them about, but just that connection they can have with you across the ages. So consider being a guest on a podcast for all of these different reasons, and especially for leaving a legacy. And if you like that idea, then I would love to have you as a guest on my show. And this is going to be all about what you're up to with real estate investing. I love interviewing what I call everyday people investing in real estate. And if you'd like to find out more about that, go to daveinterviewyou.com. Check it out. Pick a day and a time. I'd love to have you on the show. And then on the show, the kind of questions I'm going to ask you is going to help with that legacy side of things as well. So talking a lot about your journey. What have you been up to? What got you inspired to get into real estate investing? And what are you doing right now at this point with your real estate investing career? Then also, what are you planning to do? What are your goals and aspirations? Where do you want to go in the next 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, and beyond? And we also talk about some of the challenges or roadblocks that you've faced and overcome. That's very inspirational for a lot of people, as well as some of the ones that you might be facing moving ahead. And if I've got any great ideas to share with you, I'll definitely do that. But at the end of this, not only are you going to have an interview that's going to be inspirational. It's going to help boost your credibility, build your personal brand, but you're also going to be able to leave a legacy for other people as well. And that's one of the things I love about doing these podcasts. So again, if you like that idea, check it out, daveinterviewsyou.com.